pages of art into a book. Books are great. I love books. How many of you guys have comics or art that, or even, I guess it would be magazines and literature that you want to make into a book? Good, I think you're right place.
Hi guys, I'm Becca Hilburn. I'm a graduate student at the Savannah College of Art and Design. I'm majoring in sequential art, which as many of you guys know is comics, and I TA'd recently the self-publishing class for the undergrads, so I have way too much practice in this, and this is my cohort, Heidi Black. She's also a graduate student at the Savannah College of Art and Design. She's currently TA'ing a painting for comics class, so she's got some expertise in teaching people how to do things. And she's been doing conventions as an Artist Alley participant for about 10 years now. 12 years, sorry, I'm dating her. Not romantically, I mean aging. I'm giving out her age.
Are you sure, Becca?
Heidi, will you marry me?
That's the second proposal today.
It wouldn't be the first time I proposed to a girl at a con, except it's the first time not in costume.
Aww.
So, my brain isn't clicking right now. Anyway, she taught me everything I knew about self-publishing, including how to use InDesign, thank you, and Illustrator, which is what she's going to be teaching you guys how to do today. And I cannot stress enough how important these programs become in your self-publishing setup.
How many of you guys know what InDesign is? Dylan. Okay, well, this isn't going to make a lot of sense to the rest of you then. InDesign is an Adobe program that is a publishing program. I was about to date myself again, and I'm not going to. We'll skip that part. It is part of the Adobe suite, and it is a layout program. So you make books with it. It's essentially what it is.
As opposed to making books the traditional way, which she'll show you how to do. It's kind of annoying and time consuming.
So I'm going to go through the InDesign part, and well, this is so you made a comic, and you want to sell some copies or give a copy to a friend, or maybe it's not a comic, maybe it's art, whatever. You want to have it in a paper form that you can give to people and not be giving them your original art.
But you don't feel comfortable yet going with a service like Kablam or Amazon's CreateSpace because it's still a very short work. So we're going to show you how to make these comics at home yourself.
If you have Adobe Insight, well, first thing is you want to scan your comic if it's not already in your computer. If you don't know how to use a scanner, we'll go about how to use a scanner, about have one with me. You might want to look on the internet for that one. If you do know how to use a scanner, then good. All right. Are you here for self-publishing? Learning how to make comics? All right. Right place. Step 2. You want to size all of your pages in Photoshop or GIMP or whatever you might be using. You probably want to size them to about half the sheet of regular legal or letter-sized paper. Letter-sized paper is 8.5 by 11, so half of that is 8.5 by 5.5. And this is the sizing thing in Photoshop. Can you guys even see that? Kind of really blurry, I'm sorry. But you probably want to make it 5 inches wide, maybe 7.5 inches tall, and 300 dpi. Sizing it is really important, otherwise when you put it in InDesign, it's going to be this huge image or maybe a tiny image, and it won't be what you want. Next, you open up a new document in InDesign. Not a new book, you want a document. You want to put number of pages equals, it has to be a multiple of 4. So if you have, a 13-page comic, you're going to have to put number of pages is 16. The reason it has to be a multiple of 4 is because you have 4 sides to the paper. Is you have the front, the back, the other side of the back, and then the other side of the front. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Page size, letter is half, so that's half the letter size sheet, folded in half. And then the rest of the stuff you can ignore. Alright, then you take your pages and you place them into the document. And if they are correctly sized, which is 5 by about 7.5, You just click, and they will be right there in the middle of your page, ready for you to go. You put all of the pages in order in the document. When all your pages are in, if I'm going too fast or you guys don't understand what I'm saying, please tell me. When all the pages are in, you go to the File menu. It's the same in Windows and Macintosh. You go all the way down to the bottom before exit, and it says Print Booklet. This is important that you don't hit Print, but Print Booklet, because printing the booklet will automatically set the pages up so that when they print, it'll print in order when you fold them and staple them. When you do it, you cannot even read that at all. There will be, it'll say Print Settings at the bottom of your little dialog box, and you click on that. Then it'll say what printer you want to use. You have to use PostScript file. Sometimes I'll let you save it as an Adobe PDF file, but you probably want to save it as a PostScript file. Then you'll want to orient it landscape. And then you drag it into a program called Adobe Distiller, and it will make it into a PDF. And then you take it to Office Max or Kinko's or wherever, and you can print it. And sometimes they'll mess up, but usually this is...
If you have a home copy to bring, like if you print a copy off at home and bring it in, they are required to, if they mess it up, they're required to refund you for the cost or fix the order. So it's nice to have.
What if you guys don't have InDesign? This is, I imagine most of you actually don't have InDesign or access to it. You guys can't talk to me, I'm not that scary. Doing it requires a little math. Once again, you have to know how many pages you have and divide it by 4. Whatever the division by 4 is, it has to be greater than normal pages. Like say you have 19, it's going to be 20, and then you divide that by 4, it's 5. That means you need 5 sheets of paper. You fold the, oh, I didn't put a picture. You fold these sheets up to make a mock book, and I will, would you like to explain this?
Sure.
Here it is. Here's my 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets of paper. And I stuck them all together and folded them in half. Now I have a book.
And the reason you do this is so that when you're laying out your pages in whatever graphic design program you have, you are going to make the pages, you're going to make your images in spreads. So it's going to be like, let's say we're starting with page 1. You're going to have your page 1 and your page 16 on the same spread. And you're going to have your page 2 and your page 15 on the same spread. Not only is having the correct pages on the spread important, but the correct facing order is important as well.
Otherwise you'll get pages out of order and you won't be able to read the comic. Once you have all these folded together, what I did, and this is what I recommend doing, is putting a large number on each page so that you know which page you are looking at. Don't staple this book together, because then you're going to unassemble it. And now you know that 1 is on the right side and 16 is on the left. And when you flip it over, 2 is on the left side and 15 is on the right.